Hi everyone, welcome back. If this kind of content helps you in any way, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It is a small gesture, but it really supports the work and helps this message reach more people who need it. Today, we are going to talk about something many people want, but few people truly understand. Discipline. Focus on your goal. Transform your life with unbreakable discipline. Maybe you have said this to yourself before. This time, I will be disciplined. This time, I will stay focused. This time, I will not give up. And for a few days, you do it. You wake up motivated. You study. You eat better. You practice English. You feel proud. Then life happens. You get tired. You get busy. Something stressful appears. You miss one day, then two. Suddenly you feel that old thought. There it is again. I am not disciplined. I always fail. Maybe this is just who I am. You start to believe that discipline is a personality trait you do not have. But that is not true. Discipline is not a magical gift. It is not something you are born with or without. Discipline is a system, a set of habits, choices, and environments that you build over time. And when people say, I have no discipline, what they really mean is, I do not yet have a system that supports my goals. Let us start with something important. You do not need to become a robot. You do not need to have perfect discipline. You need enough discipline to move your life in the direction you say you want. Especially with something like English, because English is not a sprint. It is a long journey. Without some form of discipline, you will always be starting again. New notebook, new app, new plan, always excited, rarely consistent. So, what is discipline really? And how can you develop what we can call unbreakable discipline? Not unbreakable in the sense that you never make mistakes. Unbreakable in the sense that you always come back. Let us begin. Discipline is choosing your future self over your current mood. Your mood says, I am tired. I do not feel like it. Maybe tomorrow. Your future self says, if you do a little today, my life will be better. Discipline is the decision to give more power to that future voice, even when the present complains. But here's the problem. Many people try to do this only with force. They try to push their present self with guilt, with shame, with insults. You are lazy. You are weak. You never finish anything. They try to beat themselves into discipline. This works for a few days. Then the mind revolts. You get tired of being attacked by your own thoughts. So, you escape. You avoid the goal. You avoid the plan. You go back to comfort. Real discipline does not grow from self-hatred. Real discipline grows from clarity, structure, and respect for your own limits. Let us talk about clarity first. If your goal is vague, your discipline will be weak. I want to improve my English. I want a better life. I want to be more disciplined. These sentences are beautiful, but they are blurry. Your brain cannot hold on to something so vague. Discipline needs a target. If you want to focus on your goal, that goal needs a shape. For example, instead of, I want to improve my English, you can say, I want to be able to speak for 10 minutes about my work without freezing in 6 months. Instead of, I want to be more disciplined, you can say, I want to follow a 20-minute daily English routine at least 5 days a week. Now your brain has something to work with. Discipline is not just do more. Discipline is do this in this way, this often. The second element is structure. Many people depend only on motivation. When they feel motivated, they work. When they do not feel motivated, they do nothing. Motivation is like the weather. Sometimes sunny, sometimes cloudy. You cannot control it. If your English, your health, your projects depend only on motivation, your progress will be chaotic. Discipline is what you use when motivation is not there. And for that, you need structure. Structure means you decide in advance what you will do, when you will do it, and how long you will do it. Not, I will study English tomorrow if I feel like it. But, tomorrow after breakfast, I will spend 20 minutes with English. Even if motivation is low, the structure tells you what to do. Of course, you can adjust. Life is not perfect. But if you do not have basic structure, every day becomes a negotiation. Should I study now? Maybe later. Maybe at night. Maybe tomorrow. You waste energy deciding. Discipline loves simplicity. Today, this is what I do. Then I move on. The third element is respecting your own limits. Unbreakable discipline is not doing everything. It is doing what is sustainable. Many people kill their discipline with unrealistic plans. They decide, from now on, I will study English 2 hours every day. I will wake up at 5. I will change my entire life. For 3 days, they do it. Then exhaustion arrives. The plan collapses. They feel ashamed. They say, see, I cannot be disciplined. The truth is, the plan was inhuman. You were trying to build a house in 1 day. Smarter discipline starts smaller. Instead of asking, what is the maximum I can do when I am motivated? You ask, what is the minimum I can still do even on a bad day? Unbreakable discipline is built on minimums, not maximums. Because on good days, you can always do more. But on bad days, the minimum is what keeps the chain alive. Now let us talk about attention. We live in a world that wants to break your focus. Every app screams for you. Every platform wants your eyes. So you say, I will study English, and 5 minutes later, you are in another app, another video, another distraction. You do not lack discipline only with English. You lack protection for your focus. If you want unbreakable discipline for your goals, you need to protect your focus like something sacred. That can mean simple things. Putting your phone in another room for 20 minutes. Turning off notifications. Using one website or one app at a time. You might say, it is just my phone. It does not matter. But every distraction breaks the muscle of your discipline. If your mind is always jumping, how can you stay with your plan? Discipline grows in moments of staying. Staying with the exercise. Staying with the silence. Staying with the discomfort of not checking something else. Now there is another obstacle. Identity. If deep inside you believe, I am not disciplined, your actions will try to match that identity. Even when you do something good, your mind says, this is not who I am. Soon I will stop. And guess what? You stop. To build unbreakable discipline, you need to slowly change the way you see yourself. Not with fake affirmations, but with evidence. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, even a small one, you are voting for a new identity. I am the kind of person who shows up, even a little. You do not need to become a disciplined hero overnight. You just need to become someone who takes small, consistent actions, even when it is not perfect. Now, let us make this more practical. Because ideas are beautiful, but your life changes when ideas become action. Focus on your goal. Let us turn discipline into a plan. Let us call this part unbreakable discipline. A simple structure. First, choose one main goal for the next 3 months, not 5 goals, not 10. 1. Maybe it is English. I want to build a daily English habit. Maybe it is health. I want to walk every day for 20 minutes. Maybe it is a project. Choose one. You can improve other areas too, but one area gets the main focus. Second, make the goal concrete. For example, instead of, I want to improve my English, say, for the next 3 months I will practice English for at least 20 minutes a day, 5 days a week. This is measurable. You can see if you did it or not. Third, decide when. Choose a time that is realistic. Maybe after breakfast. Maybe at night, before you relax. Maybe during your lunch break. Your brain loves patterns. If you always change the time, discipline gets confused. If you mostly use the same time, it becomes a natural part of your day. Fourth, make the action simple. For English, your 20 minutes could look like this. 10 minutes of focused input. 5 minutes of active work with that input. 5 minutes of speaking or writing. You do not need a complex system. You need a simple action you can repeat. Fifth, protect the time. Think of your 20 minutes as a meeting with your future self. You would not cancel a meeting with your boss just to scroll. So do not cancel this meeting with yourself for the same reason. Of course, life emergencies happen, but most interruptions are not emergencies. They are habits. Sixth, use the minimum rule. On days when everything is normal, you do your full plan. On days when you are very tired, very busy, very stressed, you do not say, forget it. You say, today I will do the minimum. Instead of 20 minutes, you do 5. Maybe only listening. Maybe only speaking for a few minutes. This keeps the chain alive. You tell your brain, even on bad days, we still show up a little. This is unbreakable discipline, not perfection. Persistence. Seventh, track your effort, not your emotion. Every day, simply mark, I did or I did not. You can use a calendar, a notebook, an app. The important thing is to see your consistency. You will have days when you feel motivated and days when you feel nothing. It does not matter. What matters is that you showed up. Over time, you will look back and see a line of days where you kept your promise. That line builds trust in yourself. Now let us talk about something hard, but real. You will fail. There will be days you will not do even the minimum. You will forget. You will be exhausted. You will be overwhelmed. The difference between breakable and unbreakable discipline is what you do after that. Breakable discipline says, I missed one day. Everything is ruined. I will start again another time. Unbreakable discipline says, I missed one day, that is all. Tomorrow I continue. No drama, no long story, just continuation. 1 missed day is normal. 7 missed days is a choice. Finally, remember this. Discipline is not your enemy. It is not a prison. Real discipline is a form of freedom. When you build discipline around your goals, you are not limiting your life. You are liberating your future self. You are creating a path where your energy is not wasted deciding every day. You already know what to do, so you can use your energy to live, to create, to enjoy. Focus on your goal, not the goal that other people expect from you, but the goal that feels truly yours. Then, build a small, simple, unbreakable structure around it. Your English, your health, your work, your art. Whatever it is, it will not transform because of one huge decision. It will transform because of many small, disciplined moments repeated again and again. When this video ends, you do not need to design the perfect system. You only need to answer one question. What is one small daily action I am willing to protect for the next 3 months? Write it down. Choose a time. And when the moment comes, do not wait to feel ready. Just begin. Your future self is already waiting for the results of the discipline you build today. See you in the next video.